Good evening. In the science and technology part, as well as defense technology part, many developments are taking place. For example, if you look at the growing tensions between India and China, obviously India is planning for more development with respect to our defense. Similarly, China may also be planning well in advance for more defense equipments. But if you look at a country like India, even now also we are depending on other countries for defense equipment imports. And there are some countries like United States of America, France, Israel, from various countries we are importing. And these are all very much necessary for our development. Apart from this, India is also indigenously developing its own missile technology, indigenously developing its own science and technology. Especially when it comes to science and technology, India is surging beyond. And India now it cannot be considered as second to any other state. India is competing with the developed world as far as the science and technology is concerned. Plus, we are developing our satellites. We are also developing our launch vehicles at very, very cheaper prices when compared to the other developed nations. And India also is going for the commercial activities, meaning launching some other countries' satellites from India. So that is the reason why when it comes to defense technology or science and technology, these are very, very, very important. Especially when the achievements are made by India, that is important. If India is importing anything from any other country, that is also important. For example, Rafale fighters. So we are getting it from France. So that will be important. So like this, similarly, with respect to science and technology, whenever we launch our own satellites or whenever we launch any other country's satellites, on all everything will become part of our this important aspects as far as the any examination is concerned. By keeping that in view, in today's session I would like to show you some questions which are related to the defense and also the science and technology. Of course, apart from this, other general questions are also there. We'll be discussing all the questions one after the other. Now, just to stay on, I would like to open the document. Look at this. India is procuring AH-64E Apache helicopters and Chinook helicopters from. Very, 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 very important. So this, especially this Chinook and Apache helicopters, they are very much there in the news. So where are you getting it from? United States of America, Russia, France, or Australia? Answer is option A, that is United States of America. Look at this. Look at the point number 2, which is very much relevant now. Boeing has completed the delivery of all new AH-64E Apache and Chinook military helicopters to Indian Air Force. And the final 5 of the 22 Apache 8 attack helicopters were handed over to Indian Air Force at Air Force Station Hindon. Earlier in March, Boeing handed over the last 5 of the 15 CH-47F Chinook heavy lift helicopters to the IAF, meaning Indian Air Force. Please remember this. These two we have both Apache and Chinook. We have procured from a country called United States of America. Please remember this. Very, very, very important. Next, we'll be going ahead. Look at this. Again, important one. Which country successfully launched Upster 6D satellite? Very, very, very important. I told you already. whether it is being launched by India or launched by China or by any other country, that is important for our examination. Now we need to identify which country has launched this satellite. If you look at options A, B, C, D, India is not there. So definitely the answer is not India, but we would like to know which country is it. Is it UK, China, France, or D, Russia? Answer is option B, that is China. Look at this. Important one, it has been launched by China. And this is a communication satellite. This is the communication satellite. Everything is important, my dear friends, for the examination point of view. Look at this. So this is away from science and technology and defense technology. Which of the following is the primary regulator of insurance in India? Which of the following is the primary regulator of insurance sector in India? Answers: is it RBI, Reserve Bank of India? B, Securities and Exchange Board of India? C, IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India? Or D, TROI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India? So please remember, the answer for this question is IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Please remember, it was originally called IRDA. Later, it has been renamed as IRDAI. And after we started our liberalization, after we started implementing the LPG reforms of LPG stands for liberalization, privatization and globalization. After these LPG reforms of 1991, we have opened many sectors. We have opened up many sectors, and one of the sectors is insurance. And during the time, many foreign companies also entered into India in the insurance sector. Indian private companies also entered into Indian, this insurance sector. Earlier there were only, two types of insurance companies, only two, and both are belong to the government. One is Life Insurance Corporation, and the second one is GIC, General Insurance Corporation. But after the 1991 reforms, liberalization, that is nothing but opening up a country's economy, we invited private participation and also foreign companies' participation in the insurance sector of India. And as the number of companies are growing up, there was a necessity of controlling, regulating these insurance companies. That is the reason why we established a body called IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. Later, it has been renamed as IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Please remember these points. So now if you look at this, the answer for this question is, it should be IRDAI, option C is the answer. Look at this. Okay, so now we'll be going ahead. Look at this, another important one. Rocket Soyuz was an expendable carrier rocket of. Soyuz was an expendable carrier rocket of which country? Japan, Russia, China, France. So hopefully, my dear friends, most of you might have recognized the answer. Answer is option B, that is Russia. Okay, now, so now we'll be going ahead. Another important one. How many times aphelion day took place in a year? How many times aphelion day takes place in a year. What is the meaning of aphelion? It is the farthest point from the sun. I'll show you now. And the answer for this question is option A, that is 1. Look at this. Look at this. So this is the, you can have a look at this very, very clearly. Earth is at its farthest point from the sun, and it happens generally in the month of July. Look at this. So this is the sun. You can have a look at this, and Earth moves around it, around the sun, right? So these are all the dates, please, right? So this is the 21st March, right? So this is the 3rd January, December 21st, June 21st. Clear? So this is the line of solstice, right? And this is the equinox, right? So now equinox happens 2 times a year, March 21st and September 23rd, right? And when it comes to epiopsis, meaning, so this is the day where the earth is located at its farthest place from the sun. So that is called aphelion. And if it is located very near to the sun, that is called perihelion. Please remember this. This question is related to aphelion. Am I clear? Now, so we'll be closing this and we'll be going ahead. Look at this. Right. So another simple question for you. How many states are present in the Northeast Council? Right. Answer is option C. That is 8. 8 states. Okay. And kindly remember. And so this is called, Northeastern Zonal Council, in fact. And originally the seven states were there. Right? What are the 7 states? These 7 states are the northeastern states, right? And Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, all these states, 7 states put together is called 7 sisters. But later in the year 2002, Sikkim has also been added to the Northeastern Zonal Council. Including Sikkim, the number is 8. Clear? 7 northeastern states and 1 is Sikkim. All of them put together, they are kept under Northeastern Zonal Council. Fine. And that's all for the day. And I'll see you in the next class with more current affairs. Thank you so much. Take very good care.